feels great to be here in beautiful Chappaqua with the Newcastle Democrats. I'm so thrilled to be with so many friends, so many familiar faces, so many awesome Democrats. More importantly, so many people who care about the future of our democracy.
Yes.
I was in Cortland earlier today, and I'm full speed ahead because we know that we've got some really important elections throughout Westchester County and throughout this country. Right here, we got to elect Holly to the Newcastle board. I have been proselytizing these past few years about how Democrats can keep taxes low while ensuring that everyone can live in dignity. Those things are not mutually exclusive. We know that we care about having free and fair elections in this country. We care about truly representative government. We saw what happened yesterday, unfortunately, and I hope that as horrified as we are to see an attempt on the life of the Speaker of the House, that we use that as motivation to get out to the polls in November, because we know that the choice is very stark. The question before us is whether we will have a representative government, a democracy, government that is responsive to the people and that actually takes into consideration what the many want as opposed to what a shrinking minority of fascist people in this country desire. We can clap for democracy, yes. Yeah. But we also got to
work for it.
Yeah, and we have to work for it. Because we know that the fights that are the really big fights have never been easy in this country. And I'm thinking back to what my grandparents went through in the civil rights movement and how surprised my grandfather would be if he were still alive today by the relitigation of so many of those battles in the year 2022. And yet we know that the possibilities for the future are endless when you have good people in office. I'm proud to be part of the most productive Congress in modern American history. When Democrats win, we deliver. We just passed legislation to lower the cost of prescription drugs. We just passed the largest climate investment in this nation's history. And we passed the largest infrastructure bill in generations just a year ago, and I was proud to be part of that. These bills are going to create millions of good-paying, oftentimes union jobs, and we know that we've got a lot more to do, and that is what this election is about. We also got to make sure we elect Kathy Hochul. I know Lee Zeldin. He's nice enough. We've had great conversations on a personal level, but there is no reason why someone who denies the integrity of the 2020 elections, someone who doesn't believe in a woman's right to do whatever she wants to do with her own body, someone who doesn't believe that we should be making prescription drug costs cheaper for our seniors, and for anyone, by the way, who needs health care in the richest nation in the history of the world, someone who traffics in fear, including homophobia and transphobia and misogyny and racism, should be anywhere close to the governor's mansion in a state like New York, of all places. We got to elect my former colleague Antonio Delgado as lieutenant governor. Right here from the Hudson Valley, we got to make sure we elect Pete Harcum, or re-elect Pete Harcum. Yeah. I like that. And we know that we got to elect Chris Burdick back to the Assembly. And we got to make sure that we keep our Democratic majority in the House. And that means voting for Democrats up and down the ballot. I'm really proud to be part of this movement. I've been telling folks I'm not going anywhere, okay? I'm happy to be back in Westchester after a series of unfortunate events. So much of which were outside of my control, but here's the thing. I know that I've got a long future ahead of me, and it's been the honor of my life to represent all of you in the United States Congress. I hope you're proud.
Very.
Very. Absolutely.
We love you.
country needs a hug.
Make us proud.
We're gonna win.
Yes.
We're gonna win.
Yes.
All right, thanks.